I always imagined telling a very different story about my marriage, the kind where you meet your soulmate, build a life filled with shared dreams, inside jokes, quiet Sunday mornings, and laughter echoing through the years. I thought that was the story we were living. But sometimes life hands you something else entirely, something you never see coming. And you never think it'll happen to you until it does. It all started on what felt like a typical Thursday. I had an important dinner scheduled with high-profile clients at a restaurant you only visit when appearances matter. The kind of place with dim lighting, white tablecloths, and waiters who never interrupt the conversation. Before heading out, I called my wife, just a quick check-in to let her know I'd be running late. She picked up right away. Her voice was warm, steady, comforting. "No worries," she said with a soft laugh. "I'll be here when you get back. Don't work too hard." I pictured her curled up on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, watching one of her favorite crime dramas like she always did. It was a familiar, peaceful image, one that grounded me before a night of networking. The dinner went as expected: small talk, glasses of wine, business chatter wrapped in polite laughter. The room buzzed with the quiet clink of silverware and the rhythm of calculated conversations. I was half engaged, keeping up the delicate balance between professional charm and personal detachment. And then the front doors opened. That was the moment everything began to unravel. She walked in. My wife. But she wasn't alone. She looked stunning, dressed far too elegantly for a supposed quiet evening at home. Her hand was intertwined with another man's. A stranger. They walked in laughing, bodies angled toward each other, whispering like no one else in the world existed. She didn't see me. I froze. My breath caught in my throat, my heart pounding in a way that drowned out every sound around me. My brain struggled to process what my eyes were seeing. Every instinct screamed at me to get up, walk over, confront her. But I couldn't, not in front of clients, not with my career hanging in the balance. So I stayed seated. I smiled when I had to, nodded through conversations I couldn't follow, pretended everything was fine, while every second felt like my chest was being crushed from the inside. And then she kissed him, right there in the middle of that upscale restaurant. A soft, slow kiss that left no room for misinterpretation. That was the moment everything changed. The denial died. The excuses vanished. Reality hit hard and clear. I reached into my pocket and pulled out my phone. My hand shook as I opened the camera and snapped a photo. I didn't want to believe it, but I needed proof. Cold, hard evidence. Eventually, the dinner ended. I let my clients leave first and stayed behind. I wasn't ready to face her, not yet. I watched them from a distance. The way he gently rested his hand on her waist. The way she smiled up at him. None of it looked casual. None of it felt meaningless. I followed them outside and took a few more pictures from afar. Then I drove home in silence. My thoughts were chaos, but outwardly, I remained composed. I wasn't going to tip her off. The next morning, I woke up like it was any other day. I kissed her cheek, made her coffee, and asked about her night. She smiled, lied straight to my face. "Nothing special. Just a quiet evening at home," she said. That was the final blow. Not just the betrayal, but the ease with which she covered it up. Like my trust was disposable. While she showered, I made my first call to a lawyer I'd worked with before. Smart, fast, meticulous. I sent over the evidence, explained everything. He said we had a solid case. We moved quickly. Within a week, the divorce papers were ready. I handed them to her at the kitchen table. She looked confused at first, hands trembling as she opened the envelope. "What is this?" she asked. I looked her straight in the eyes. "You already know." She tried to deny it for about 10 seconds, until she saw the photos. Her face went pale. Tears came instantly. She started apologizing, begging, swearing it meant nothing. Just a mistake. A one-time lapse in judgment. That's when I snapped. Not because of what she'd done, but because she tried to minimize it. Tried to twist it like I was overreacting. As if my pain was somehow unjustified. I laughed bitterly. "Get out of my house." She pleaded. Said she had nowhere else to go. that she didn't want to lose what we had. But for me, it was already gone. I told her to leave. That minute. No more talking. No more pretending. The divorce process was straightforward. I had all the evidence. She had no ground to stand on. My lawyer made sure she didn't get a single cent. The judge agreed. 10 years of marriage done. People sometimes ask if I miss her. I don't. I miss the idea of her, the version I thought I knew. I miss the man I was before the lies, before the heartbreak. But do I regret how I handled it? Not for a second. I didn't let her betrayal destroy me. I didn't let her lie define my story. I protected my integrity, my peace, my future. And if you're hearing this and going through something similar or stuck in the middle of it, just remember, betrayal doesn't define you. Stay calm. Get your facts. Protect yourself. Don't let someone else's deception make you ashamed of having loved them. You're stronger than the heartbreak. Stronger than the lies. Stronger than you even know.